Man, the design stuff is something that, again, you can see my walls. I'm not a design guy. But yeah, if you can kinda just give us some insight. We talked about just to kind of recap so far, like Host GPO, get great discounts, makes it super easy to order the things that you need in like we talked about the host boxes, for example. And then this design piece, I feel like is like another like holy moly feature.
Yeah.
So if you can go into that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So we created this design program for our members. It's a free service. It's an amazing opportunity for our members to work with an interior designer for absolutely free. Number one, that's already saving you a few $1,000s right there. The reason why we did this was because we definitely understand that the days of grabbing some furniture, putting it into a property and listing it, those are over. The competition is fierce. Design plays a huge role in your overall ROI. It also is really all about that guest experience today. And so, because we partner with these amazing vendors or retailers, what we do is anybody who's looking to go through this design program, they meet with me and we talk about their overall project. What is it that you're looking at? What kind of tier are you at? We ask them like a series of questions. Once we have all of that information, what our team will do is we will source all of their furniture pieces through our partnerships. And then we provide our member with a mood board and then also a spreadsheet of all of the items that we're recommending for their property. Once they receive that design presentation, then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we will provide 3 rounds of revisions until they've finalized their design. It doesn't stop there though, because as we all know, setting up a property is super time consuming. I
Yep.
don't think people realize how much time it takes to place orders, to track orders, to schedule deliveries. And so really we're very service based at Host GPO. And so what we're going to do is we're going to help you if you want the help. Some members are very hands on and they want to do this themselves.
Yeah.
But if you want us to, we will go ahead, we will invoice you for all of the items, which makes it super streamlined and convenient. You can go ahead and submit payment for that invoice, and then we'll go ahead and we will place all of your orders on the back end. In
Wow.
addition to that, what we'll do is we'll also track your orders as well, which is really important. So oftentimes, items will slip into back order status, or maybe they're just no longer available anymore. So then what our team will do is we will go ahead and we will recommend, replacements for those items, which again is a huge time commitment for somebody to pop in and find those items and then, do all of the communication with the vendors. The really cool thing about this too is that because we have these amazing partnerships, we have teams that work with these retailers that just work with the host GPO account. And
Right.
so the thing that's really great is say, you have an item that has slipped into back order status, or maybe for some reason it's lost now in logistics. We have access to our team that can look into that immediately versus you calling up customer service and trying to figure out where that item is. Chances are you're probably not going to speak to the right person. It's going to take you a little bit longer. So, again, we are just trying to make this process as easy as possible for our members.
Yeah, see, that's incredible. I don't know. Yeah, I think people who've set up properties for ordered furniture, I think if those people listening totally understand how crazy that is,
Yeah.
how all these you guys are doing, and you're saving us money, and it's like the whole service is free. That's crazy. For those who don't have properties and are brand new to the Airbnb world or midterm rental world, I don't mean if I heard that when I didn't have any properties, I probably wouldn't really understand how crazy that is, but having done a lot of properties, that's really awesome. So I appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah.
How long does that process take?
Yeah. So we require a minimum of a 7-week lead time. Um, I think a lot of times when people hear 7 weeks, they're like, gosh, that's a really long time. That's almost 2 months. But when you are placing furniture orders, sometimes those items, even if they're in stock and ready to ship, sometimes they take at least 5 weeks to deliver. Because logistics are crazy. They're going to come from one warehouse, they're shipping to another warehouse, and then they're going to your delivery center. So, do a minimum of 7 weeks. Ideally, it's anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks,
Okay.
that we like for the lead time. In addition to that, a lot of homeowners, or property managers, typically homeowners, are not located in the same area of their rental home.
Right.
So there are some other options that we can provide for them as well. So we do have a really great partnership with the Williams Sonoma brands.
Okay.
Williams Sonoma owns Pottery Barn, Rejuvenation, West Elm, PBK, PB Teen. What we can do is we can go ahead and have their design team design as well if you're looking to consolidate your order. So,
Yeah.
say you're not located in the city or even near the city that your home is located in, we can go ahead and place the majority of your items through all of their brands. And then those items are going to be shipped to a warehouse. They're going to hold those items for you until you're ready for delivery. So that's another really, really great option as well. It's just, again, going to streamline that process. You don't have those UPS items just trickling in whenever they're available. And then you're trying to figure out how am I going to get them back to the property?
Yeah.
Everything's just gonna arrive at once, and then we go ahead and we track all of those items for you as well to ensure that everything's available for your delivery.
Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, 8 to 12 weeks. I think and I've heard this more and more, especially again for people who have or are more new. That seems like a long period of time. And for me, it is a long period of time because I'm typically going at like depending on the property, depending on whatever, like
Yeah,
I can get a property up in a week, like
yeah,
truthfully. But the big disclaimer here and the things I've already mentioned, like I've had a couch already break that needs to be replaced. I've had it for less than a year. Like I'm not like
yep,
I'm making all like the rookie mistakes of not doing things properly. So that couch is gonna cost me probably I'm gonna have to replace it. It's probably gonna be another like $1,500, let's just say, roughly. And my mortgage for the property is $500 per month, give or take.
yeah,
So if I just did it right, and this is one example with a couch. If I just spend a little bit more time, it's gonna be the same thing at the end of the day. I
yeah,
think a lot of hosts, when they buy a property, they outlay a bunch of money for the down payment. They start to say, "Oh my god, I need to get some money coming in like
yeah,
ASAP."
totally.
Which I totally understand, and that is the reason why I have gone the route of just going the best looking stuff that's the cheapest, but I see the like, it comes down to dollars and cents, and it takes a little bit of, like, long-term vision too. That's the other thing is I've seen a lot of hosts don't have a long-term, like, mindset for their property. It's like, "I need this property to perform today or else I'm selling it," and it's like, "Okay,
Yeah,
that's not really what real estate's about, at least in my opinion." So I can appreciate now, like, it's like wine, like, every wine tastes the same to me. I'm sure at some point I'll tell the difference between a $50 glass and a $10
yeah,
whatever, but I think it's kinda kinda similar where I didn't understand the time frame, but now it makes a lot more sense. I
yeah.
don't know if you've seen that too.
Yeah, and I think too, you have to think about as well, number one, quality pieces of furniture, contract grade. I always say recommend, quality contract grade furniture for those um high wear items, your dining table, your dining chairs, your coffee table, your sofa. A lot of times sofa's not going to be a contract grade, but make sure that it's a performance fabric. That's really important. I also made that mistake starting off. I mean, I purchased a really great sofa. It wasn't cheap by any means, but it wasn't performance grade, but I loved the color. And guess what? Now I'm replacing it because the fabric just didn't hold up to all of the wear of a short-term rental. But I also think too, you have to think about, are you really good at design? Yeah, you can set up a house within a week. That's great. But not everybody is good at design. And so are you going to get the most ROI because property up and running, 4 weeks ahead of schedule? Or are you going to make the most ROI because you did it right, you purchased quality pieces, and you had a designer help you so you can stand out from your competition?